Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special and fresh-looking episode of
Beers of War.
The Beers of War podcast returns, and as you can see, we've made some changes. We've added a little bit of a casting couch. We weren't getting enough subscribers. We had to monetize the show in other ways.
The OnlyFans is launching next week. It's going to be terrible, so be sure to subscribe.
Very feet heavy. Thanks to Neil. He's got gorgeous feet.
I do.
I'm basically paying for his new tiling job.
Dave's feet look like two little hands. It's actually terrifying.
No, hobbit feet. I've got hairy hobbit feet, but that's neither here nor there. The real reason we gathered, Neil, first of all, this is going to make cleaning our glasses and keeping tradition a bit trickier, but I think I can get to.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, this is interesting.
There we go. There you go. It just takes a bit of problem solving. Cheers, buddy. Cheers to surviving another day after the very.
Just taking your other hand and bring it around.
The right hand.
Yeah, I guess.
No, when we're going to rest my beer behind you.
I guess.
No. I figured this all out a long time ago.
Well, maybe. As you can see, we've got a great episode planned for today.
It's a juicy one, guys. It's a juicy one. Like I was saying before, we tried to problem solve the beer. We survived. We're still alive. We had me assassinated after our scams and gaming podcast that got quite a lot of heat. So much so, we're filming this from a different country in a different room completely.
Yeah, it looks the same, but it's completely different.
We're in where are we? Quebec.
Quebec?
It's a real place.
I don't think
you can't tell them where we. Quebec? I don't know. We're far away from where we used to be.
We're not in Canada.
We're still alive, and today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is what, Neil?
Changes in Twitch and just general Twitch updates that it's making everyone really, really sad.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal for some. I'm kind of confused about the whole thing, really, because so for those of you who don't know, Twitch is wanting to change their rules where I think at the moment partners get 70% cut. So if you do like a $10 donation, or if you do a subscriber for $10, you as the partner get $7, Twitch gets $3. Now they want to change it where it's a 50-50 split, which I think is exactly the same as the what's the person underneath that called? Affiliate rating is. So you get $5. I think actually affiliate's like $44 out of a $10 thing.
What percentage is affiliate versus?
I think affiliate's either I think it's 40%. Affiliates you get completely ripped off. If you're an affiliate, you are getting boned. But now they want to do the same thing for partner. Twitch partners. That sounded terrible. Which is interesting because that's kind of the reason why people come to Twitch. You come to Twitch because you want to watch Ninja. You come to Twitch because you want to see Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. You don't, and these guys are basically the product that they're selling. So I don't know I haven't heard that much ranting and raving from them, and maybe the big boy, because most of those big partners have completely separate contracts, so they're completely unaffected by this. The reason why it's becoming quite a big thing in the South African context is there's been quite a big increase in South African partnered Twitch streamers. I think a year ago there was maybe 3. Now I think we're pushing 20 to 25 partnered streamers. And in the last 6 months, I think about 10 or 15 of them have become partners. So these guys now, obviously you're going hey, this is kind of crap. I've worked my ass off trying to get to this thing. And now we're sitting in the situation where it's oh, by the way, we're going to take 20 to 30% of the money you could have been earning. And taking it away.
It's literally like a quarter. I watched that Harris Hiller YouTube video where he basically takes the big names like a Pokemon and that other guy, and he basically does a quick math on what they earn, and they're losing. I think the one guy was making dude, it's stupid money, by the way. He's making $600,000 a year, or probably more than that. So he's losing I don't know what the math on 25% is.
It's $150,000.
He's losing $150,000 a year for no other reason
because Twitch wants to take more money.
You know what I'm saying? So now a lot of guys are this is BS, and should I go to YouTube? But in the same vein, and this is we had a conversation with one of our inner circle members about this week. In the same vein, guys, if you're gonna unless you are one of the very, very few, and I mean the guys that are making the kind of money where they're paying their salary, paying for all their expenses, their rent and all that of Twitch is very small. I mean, there must be 10 guys in the country. I'm not even joking. 10 people maybe in the country that are living off Twitch.
And successfully living. Not just getting a couple of extra bucks.
I'm not saying living in your parents' basement and your parents are feeding you and they bought
living
you a car.
Independently. Maybe even earning enough to pay taxes, like 20,000 Rand a month. So. Which is, if you're doing that on Twitch and from Twitch alone, I'm super impressed.
That's an impressive feat. Yeah. So there's not many of those guys doing it. So the guys that are doing it, I mean, well, let's be honest. Like you said, a lot of guys have come to Twitch in the last year or two. There's a lot of guys streaming. They're not going to lose that much money. What they will lose if they leave Twitch and go to YouTube is their community, their audience. That's the big drawback.
Yeah, and you're going to YouTube to do what? And most of these guys already have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But if you look at the subscriber or following base on YouTube compared to Twitch, if you're big on Twitch, it's always bigger on Twitch. Like Twitch, you might have 2,000 followers. Your YouTube, you might have 150 subscribers.
That's it.
To get 1,000 subscribers on Twitch, on YouTube, is incredibly difficult to do. Not saying you can't do it, you can do it, but it's a completely different model as well. We've tried it. We weren't that successful at it.
It's a grind.
We took a big shot at going onto YouTube. We used to multi-stream to all the platforms. I then used to stream directly to YouTube because apparently, like, sim racing streaming is better on YouTube and there is a much bigger community. I didn't have any more success or less success than I had on Twitch or on Facebook.
Yeah.
So again, it's about the grind. It's about everything. But why do you want to then restart everything again?
Because you're basically starting from scratch. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Twitch, the reason why people hit that subscribe button, you get money, you get this, you get that, everything's so nicely integrated on Twitch. And this is really weird. If you're going back to one of our old Super 2-Bit podcast that we did back in the day, we were like, guys, leave Twitch, it's a scam. So this is like we basically almost doing a little we're doing almost conversion back to say, like, if you put in the grind, you put in the work, you've built the audience, then stay on Twitch. Like, Twitch has got everything maintained for you. As an affiliate, it makes no difference at the moment. You're earning the same money you were earning before. Everything's fine. As a partner, I do think you're kind of getting screwed. But as a partner in this country, you've got to basically use that as a stepping stone to get other sources of income. You've got to go to brands, you've got to get a sponsor, you've got to become an influencer outside of Twitch in South Africa. The market's too small. Like, it's a really good thing to have on your CV as an influencer, saying, I'm a Twitch partner, I'm one of 20 partners in South Africa,
10.
whatever they may be. Like, it's a really good thing. And I've seen a lot of the OG influencers who got their Twitch partnership a couple of years ago doing that. They don't even invest in Twitch that much anymore.
I've seen like a couple of the original guys that got partnered first, and they stream maybe once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, and then the rest of the time they're doing events, they're doing other things, they're making money through other means. And these are partners. These are some of the very first South African Twitch partners. And they're like, no. They're like, that's just not viable. We need to make income elsewhere.
Yeah. So even for them, they're probably making a couple of $1,000 a month off Twitch with subscribers and whatever, and they're going to take a hit. It would suck if I already said to you, like, oh, we're going to take 25% of your money away just because.
Yeah. But what's the justification? Because surely they're going to get a bit of backlash.
This is what I don't know, and I think there is an article somewhere, and Twitch is very bad at communicating these things.
No.
I think basically they're just saying, like, they need to take more money from partners to make Twitch a more viable platform to investors and that kind of stuff, to make more money. They're not making enough money at the moment, and they want a bigger slice, because I think Twitch processes a ton of money that's going from the viewer to the streamer, and they just want to take a big portion. Is it right? Probably not.
No.
I think 50% is too high. If you look, the average for everything, if it's like Apple iStore, iTunes, Steam, anything, it's always 30%. 30% is sort of like where you want to be. Apparently, though, out of context, Roblox, that kiddies game, their thing, if you create something in Roblox and sell it, the developer takes 90%.
What? What?
So they just have small child slave laborers running around, and they're taking 90% of, like, if you create like a cool outfit or whatever.
Roblox. So
Roblox.
Is it like a Lego?
It's sort of like a cross between Minecraft, Lego, Dreams. Like, you can make games in it. It's massively multiplayer.
It's a digital thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a physical plastic.
No. It's like one of the biggest games in the world. But you're not the market for it, so don't worry. But like that takes 90. But they've always taken 90, and from like day one they've taken 90.
Jeez, dude.
And even Ubisoft, I think when we went to E3, 2018 or whatever, they had this thing where it's like, yo, man, you can create like artwork for the game. You can create who's the guy Ezio's like cool new hat, and it's like then it'll be in the game and you'll be in the credits, and then afterwards guys are like, I'm not working for free, bro.
Yeah. It's like, why don't you pay me? Then I'll create a hat for you.
Yeah, they're like, no, it's community.
Yeah,
it's cool. Everyone loves everyone.
Community driven, bro.
And like, so there are worse things, and I also think, once you're stuck to a price saying we're going to take 30%, it looks really bad when you come back and you say, oh, by the way, we're actually going to take 50%.
That dude, yeah.
But as I said, all the really big streamers, like the Pokemans and all of them, they've got separate contracts. They're getting massive. They're probably getting fixed income from Twitch.
Their contracts won't be affected by this at all. They're basically the face of Twitch.
Yeah.
And they've got a deal that you don't even know about. And they're going to be 100%.
They're just getting paid. Like they're growing the platform. They're doing whatever.
Yeah.
Like Ninja's doing the same thing. Shroud's probably doing the same thing. Those guys are going to be fine. It's the small South African streamers. And as we've seen lately, tons and tons and tons of South African streamers are like, I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to go full time.
Apparently so, yeah. They're like, does this mean I should go to YouTube? And the answer, Neil, is the short answer. It's no.
But also, like, you got to also think about it. Like, if you're like, okay, cool, I'm growing at this rate. I can predict in 6 months' time I should be partner if I keep growing. I'm averaging, say, 600 subs a month.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm going to be earning this much money. But now Twitch comes out and says, oh, you're actually getting 25%. That might change your entire outlook. You might be like, well, then I can't afford like internet. I can't afford rent. I can't afford this. I can't afford that.
Yeah.
So it could actually change that whole thing. And like a lot of these guys who have now gone full time in the hopes of hitting partner in X amount of months, they might be going, oh crap, like now what do I do? Like, because now I have to get 25% more followers and all of this. Which brings me on to the second part, I think, of this podcast, where they did that change in the pricing. Have you heard about the issues with that, apparently?
No.
So they've got region-specific pricing. So back in, it used to be $10, $5 for a sub? $5 for a sub. So $5 is almost 100 Rand. It's like 90 Rand or whatever, I think.
$5? No, $5 is like $70 bucks?
No, it's more. It's
$75?
Yeah. So I think it's like closer to 80 with taxes and everything that goes on. Then they brought in the new thing where it's local pricing, so it's 30 Rand a sub or 33 Rand a sub. So everyone was like, yeah, it's so cool now. I'm getting so many more subs and all of this.
So much cheaper, yeah.
Yeah, because it's 1/3 the price, so you need 1/3 the subs. But what people have been seeing, and I don't know if it's true or not, and I've seen a lot on Twitter about guys getting really upset where someone got gifted 10 subs, and it was from an American, so that should be $50. But when they look at their account, they've only been credited for like $25.
How are they getting away with that?
Well, this is the thing, because
stealing.
I think Twitch could turn around and say, "Oh no, but you're in South Africa, so it's only 33 Rand." But you, as the guy who bought the sub, paid the $50.
So the guy that paid the $10 is, what is that?
$10 is 150 Rand.
He paid 150 Rand to give you 10 subs, but you're only receiving
1,500 Rand to give you 10 subs.
No, it's not that much.
No, if it's
10,
if it's or 10 Rand, $10 a sub, $5 a sub.
$5 a sub.
So 10 times 10, so that's $50. So it's about 700 Rand, 800 Rand.
Yeah, that's what he paid. But you're only getting
maybe 300, 400.
They're stealing.
Yeah,
they're stealing.
And the thing is, it's very difficult then to try and untangle the whole mess, because like a gifted sub, it basically goes through Twitch's system.
Oh my
Then it pops up on your screen and it's like, oh, you got 10 gifted subbies. And you're like, yay, subbies. But it doesn't say 10 gifted US subbies or UK subbies.
Well, you know what's so funny? We actually had this chat on the last stream that I did, Dangerous Dave Live. I said to the guys, I'm like, we are getting so nailed, especially with this new stuff that's coming to light. Why even do subbies at all when you can just have a donation link? Because you get like 95% of that money.
I know.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And that's like you set up a Patreon or even
PayPal,
a Bitcoin.
PayPal or whatever,
or PayPal. The only problem is that you don't get your name flashing in lights on the screen.
With the donation you do. With Stream Elements. Yeah.
With Stream Elements, but then it can only be donated to certain things. So, like, I think the Stream Elements donation's a PayPal account.
Yeah. It's linked to PayPal.
So you can do that.
PayPal. Yeah.
But, like, it limits you, and it's not like, and if you do, you can't do bits and you can't do any of that, like, because all of that stuff gets taken off.
Yeah.
And also, remember, that subscribers has a dual purpose. It's not just a donation thing.
Yeah.
If someone gifts a subscriber, and I think how it works is, say I gift a sub to some person that I'm watching. Yeah. It might randomly select you out of my friends list, and then sub you, or one of my followers, and then sub you to them.
Yeah.
So then you'll be online one day and be like, "Oh, what the hell's this? I don't sub this guy. Let me go watch him. Oh, this is really cool. Blah blah blah. Click subscribe, do whatever, follow, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that and you get special emotes.
So all of that disappears. All of that functionality disappears. So that's how they keep you in, because obviously, like, you can do donations on any. You can just do donations.
Yeah.
The other problem with donations, though, is that then it becomes man on the side of the road saying, no job, no food,
a digital cardboard.
Yeah, digital cardboard.
But in theory, everyone on Twitch is just a digital hobo.
Exactly. Like, and that's the thing. Like, if you...
You're just there asking for subs.
If you're doing something cool and different, cool, like, awesome. And if you're entertaining oaks, cool, awesome. But, there's a lot, and, like, if you go on the Twitch at the moment, or on Twitter, and follow all these Twitch streamers, it's becoming a lot about how do I get more subs, how do I get more donations, how do I get more people following and liking, not how do I make better content, how do I engage more people,
make this more engaging.
It's more about, like, I need the subbies to come in, I need this, I need that, which is dangerous.
But to your point, Neil, like you don't want to be a guy just sitting in a room with a give me money, like goal. Like, give me $150 for puppy food. Yeah. I love this because I do the same thing. Yeah. But you don't want to be that guy.
What I've noticed lately is you have the daily sub goal, and I think you've got this.
Yeah.
Daily sub
and
goal.
Like the monthly sub goal.
Monthly sub goal. Total subs. Total, like, burpees done for the day or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you abstract it out, you're basically just standing on the side of the road with a sign asking for money.
Digital hobo, it's different if you're doing tricks or you're entertaining and maybe like doing some, like, you know what I'm saying, like you're telling jokes or whatever, just a nice person to talk to.
And there are some good guys. I saw some guy, South African guy, he reached 1,000 followers, so then he did a hot tub stream. And he got one of those little shells, and he set it up in his room, like in a computer room like this. He had one of those little shell
that's
bars.
Cool. Like, he
had a little man bikini on.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. What I can't stand is if you like give me $1,000 for a new PC, but you're not your audience is chatting to you. You're not really engaging with them. Yeah. You're kind of playing the game. You're chatting to whoever you're playing with the game with in Discord, ignoring your audience, asking for $1,000 you can buy a new PC. That's like that. You're a digital hobo. And no.
What I'm finding strange, though, is there's no, like, guys aren't doing, like, achievement goals anymore, where it used to be like, oh, guys, if I reach 500 subs, I'll do a jacuzzi stream.
They still do that kind of stuff.
I haven't seen as many, though, dude. Yeah. It's more like just like, guys, I need to reach 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
Like,
to not die. Yeah. To feed my family. Yeah.
And it's like we get it. Like, it's your job, and if you don't do it, guys aren't going to pay. So it's this very fine line between asking for money, because at the end of the day, you're putting in work.
Yeah, it's hours of your time. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, also, you got to realize after a while, you can't do it for free. You can't do it for free, but also, if no one's giving you money after a while, maybe your product isn't worth buying. And, like, that sounds harsh, I know. Maybe people think this is crap and they don't want to watch this either. Luckily, this doesn't really cost us anything other than a good chat and, like, a back rub after.
He does get a back rub.
Yeah, look at that.
That's good, eh?
That's not bad.
That's good.
Strong hands.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. But, like, if it's not working out after a while, like, you got to look back and say, like, what is my product? What am I selling?
Yeah.
Like, what is the thing that I'm doing that makes me and unique and wants people to give me money?
Yeah.
Like, that is the huge thing. Like, when you go to the pub, and, like, there's an amazing musician guy playing.
Yeah. Oh,
he's not there because this is the first time that he's playing a song and whatever. The guy's built his way up, and now he's playing in a bar. He'd much rather be playing in a stadium in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
But that guy's working hard and he's making coin and he's having a good time doing it, which is awesome. But he put in the work, and people say, I see this value in you. Here's some coin.
Yeah.
Here's some things that...
Coin for my Witcher.
Yeah. And like, that's what you got to remember on Twitch. And I'm just seeing too many oaks go, hey guys, I need money.
Yeah. For what? To pay rent. Well, okay.
Yeah. And it's like, like, okay, cool. Like, and what are you doing? Okay, we're playing Apex.
Yeah,
okay,
but don't worry, I won't be talking to you. I'll be chatting to my team in Discord for the next 3 hours, and possibly, highlighted messages and subs will get my focus and nothing but.
I just don't understand. Like, I'm losing. Maybe I'm just an old man shouting at clouds.
We both are.
Like, I'm just like, Twitch is interesting and cool, but it's like, what is it exactly? What are we doing? It's not like YouTube when it first came out. It was like, oh, here's a funny video of a baby biting a finger. Here's a dramatic looking squirrel with some good sound effects.
Yeah.
Here's
Chocolate
a guy
Rain
singing Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate Rain was my vibe.
I don't really understand the point of Twitch at the moment. Well, like, I get the point, but like with YouTube when it came out, you had, Charlie bit my finger, the little baby biting the finger.
Charlie bit my finger.
You had the dramatic squirrel. You had Chocolate Rain. Yeah.
That should have been you. You
had all these little things. Yeah. But then you had like the vlogs. You had the Tobuscuses, the Let's Plays.
Casey
Neistat. You had, who's that South African guy who like made
Dan Mays.
No, man, that friend, that guy.
Oh, Casper Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you had all these guys doing all these things, and it slowly developed where YouTube is now. It's basically another media channel. It's like Netflix, but for homemade documentaries. But there's some really amazing stuff there, and you still get all that old stuff plus all the new stuff. With Twitch, you kind of get the same thing that's been done for the last 5 to 8 years, which is really, I don't understand, like, where it's going to go next. Like, it's such a powerful medium. Stuff like this we should do on Twitch, and we used to do it on Twitch. But it doesn't.
We did it on Facebook.
Yeah.
But to try it on Twitch.
We should maybe try it on Twitch. But, like, again, if we had to start a new channel doing this, no one's going to watch.
It's a grind, dude, yeah.
And the thing is, this is really good. And you're seeing some guys, like True Geordie does this really well.
He does, like, the Chef's Kiss version.
Yeah. Even DNMK, the South African guys, they do a weekly or a monthly podcast. But they don't show it anywhere else. You have to catch it on Twitch.
Yeah. Is it live only?
I think it's live only. I don't know if they do highlights, but I've never seen the highlights.
They've definitely got a YouTube channel.
But like, it's like how we used to do it. Like 3 different characters. They interview the people. They sometimes switch between the cameras. Yeah. Like, it's really nice. No one watches it. Like, it's super annoying that the good stuff where you learn really interesting information and get new insights into people and stuff. Because at the end of the day, this is basically visual radio that anyone can run, or visual, like, live TV that anyone can run for free if you just got the know-how and a little bit of the equipment. It's way cheaper than, going to a local TV studio and trying to broadcast something. But Twitch guys don't want to do that. Twitch guys, everyone's like, oh, I'm going to play Counter-Strike and maybe talk to you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a 12-hour stream. That's like the big thing is like, oh, we're going to do a subathon where, people can, sub after 12 hours. I'm going to play for 12 hours.
You just hold that board a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And you jiggle a bit.
And you just like, you see them slowly fading and getting like less and less interested and more tired. And like, honestly, I don't know anyone who can be entertaining for more than like 6 hours.
Yeah.
You'll die.
Yeah.
Like, and you do. And like, it almost becomes watching just people slowly fading away on Twitch.
Yeah, lose their drive.
When you look on Twitter, the amount of oaks saying like, oh, I'm so depressed today. Sorry, stream. I wasn't happy. Yeah. And like, people like saying, oh, this person called me out and was like, I had to block them and they're chasing me. Like, all this is like negativity and badness. And it's like, this is supposed to be this really cool new medium. And people aren't going to like what you do, and that's fine.
So, listen, there's always going to be trolls.
Yeah.
There's always going to be trolls. I was speaking to Neil about an incident that happened just a few days ago with some trolls and someone that we know in the industry. And that's, it's never going to change. Like, there's always going to, and you're going to have those days, like Neil says, no one has the drive. Like, I've always said to Neil, I could never stream 8 hours a day. I would literally lose my fucking mind. I would just be so depressed. It's so draining. It's like, imagine having to socially engage. Imagine I had to talk to you, Neil, like this for 8 hours a day.
No.
I couldn't do it.
That's why we drink.
That's why I drink too much. You know what I'm saying? But it can. If you can do it, you can't do it for long. You can do it for 6 months to a year.
If we don't see each other for 3 months, we'll have a big session. We'll talk. We'll do whatever.
Yeah.
But then imagine the next day, like, hey, bro, you want to hang out for another 8 hours?
I'd be like, no. I just don't feel like talking that much today. I've just it's been a long week, and people have so much shit happening in the background that you don't even know about. To now go on camera, be happy, be funny, talk to people, for 8 hours, it's not sustainable. That's why the big guys don't even chat to their chat. Trot doesn't chat to his chat. If someone gives him a donut, he's like, hey, thanks, Bobby Mike. Much obliged for the $300. He doesn't talk to his chat.
He talks to the other streamers he's playing
I'll
with.
chat to the guys that are playing with him in Discord.
Yeah.
So I know we've
those oaks have their thing though. I love watching Dr. Disrespect when he's playing with Tim the Tat Man.
Yeah.
Those two bounce off each other and it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch it every day.
No.
Because also you can see Dr. Disrespect doesn't want me to watch it every day. He gets tired.
I actually haven't watched him in so long.
Dude, he streams, but he doesn't stream as much as he used to.
What's he streaming now? 3 times a week?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times a week, but he streams much shorter times because he's on much later at night.
3-4 hours.
Yeah, 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And you can see, sometimes he's really into it when he's got a new game to play and he's really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But then other times he's just I hate this. You can see, he just hates it.
And he makes stupid money.
And that's why,
stupid money.
Bringing it back to what we were talking about with the partners. If you make partner, especially in something like South Africa where we are, a much smaller market.
Yeah.
Use that as the stepping stone to other stuff.
Yeah.
Don't stay the Twitch guy because it's a sad life you're going to end up. Twitch is being a day trader. You can do it for 3 or 4 years and you'll get burnt out and you're done.
I've always said Twitch is a feather in the cap of what you need to offer as a digital, as a content creator.
Yeah.
Twitch is part of it. And I think with the shift to, them charging partners more, without a doubt, you've got to have a YouTube as a backup. I'm not saying don't think about going to YouTube. I'm saying get a YouTube going. Post your other content, your long form content there that you can't post on Twitch. And get it. Why the hell not? Why not? Leverage your risk like that. Get YouTube going. Post your highlight clips or whatever it is. Use your TikTok. Use your Instagram. A lot of guys have found a lot of success. Things like Hover. And there's Hover's a new one. Look how on trend I am, Neil. Hey, it's hip to be not square.
I'm still looking at the clouds and just shouting.
But the bottom line is, leverage your bets and limit the risk. Don't just be the guy that's on Twitch. I even heard a rumor that Amazon, who obviously owns Twitch, is going to shut down Twitch in 2-3 years if it's not bringing in more money.
Yeah.
So what fucking happens then if they shut down Twitch and you don't have any other platforms established? You're dead in the water. So you've got to have other options. You've got to be doing multiple things. And if Twitch ever shuts down, well, guess what? You have YouTube. You've been growing for 2 years. You can start there. But do you leave Twitch now to start streaming exclusively to YouTube? I would say no. That's a hard no.
Yeah, I just it's so difficult and weird because, how do you approach being a Twitch streamer in South Africa? So say you wanted to become a musician, right? And a paid musician, you would be really good. You'd play guitar or whatever. So you'd play guitar and you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm good enough at this. My friends say I'm really cool. I can win the talent contest at school, whatever. And you're like, okay, cool. I want to make this potentially my career. So then what do? You go around, you maybe start playing at friends' parties. You'd be like, weddings. Oh, bro. You'd be like, bro, spot me some beers, I'll play for you. Then you maybe start playing at weddings. You say, okay, guys, start giving me a couple of grand. Then a pub might say, okay, we're looking for some talent on our Sunday show.
You thought about this quite a bit, haven't you?
No, but I'm just there's a definite path to follow.
Yeah.
And then you're playing the pubs and the clubs, and either you're going to make it and you're going to become a superstar, or you just do it and then it's a part of your life and you move on and you go off. So what is the pathway with Twitch? So Twitch, you play games, and you're either really good at games, or you're really funny.
Yeah.
So you're always the funniest guy
Neil,
on
I
the
think you forget the one big one.
What?
You're really hot.
Oh, you're really hot. You're really hot. Which
that's 80%.
That's completely viable as well.
Yeah.
And guys, girls, whatever.
Yeah.
so you've got a talent, whatever. You make people laugh. You're really good at the game, or you're very good looking. So then you say, cool, I'm going to now take this to a wider audience. I want to do some live streaming. So you research it, you set up, you do your first live stream, everything fails, everything breaks, nothing works properly. It's a shit show.
Sounds like my last stream.
You know, but all your mates are there. They know like, oh, cool, this is really interesting, whatever. Like even that part though is gone because like when we started, it was new and unique. Now if you're like, oh, I'm doing Twitch, everyone's like, okay, cool. I've been doing Twitch for like 6 months now.
Yeah, everyone in the hairdresser is doing Twitch now.
But then, okay, you start your Twitch, you build a small community. And I think this is where it deviates. It's like, okay, there aren't any like weddings or whatever to do. Like, what is the next step? And I think what happens is like the next step, what you should be doing is going into some form of content creation outside of your gaming, outside your Twitch. But now, like as a musician, you can say, cool, I'm going to make cool interlude songs and post them on my Instagram. Like, don't have to be at a wedding, don't have to do this, don't have to do that. As a CSGO player, the only thing you can really do is make either funny highlights or skill highlights. And those are very, difficult to pull off on a funny thing and maybe impossible to pull off or has been done before better by someone else if it's like a highlight reel. So then like you need to say, okay, now I need to get outside my comfort zone and become a video creator or an art creator or whatever. But that's not your core skill. You're not using your I'm really good at Counter-Strike anymore. You're using, oh, now I have to learn how to use Photoshop. Like the guitarist doesn't have to learn how to be like a good drummer. Cook.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah, if he had to learn how to be a drummer, that's one thing. But this guy now has to learn how to cook to like make the next step. And it's like people aren't realizing this, that like you can't just sit and play Counter-Strike all day. And expect like this is going to be my career. It's like,
unless you are stupidly good.
No, and then if you're in a team, but like that's like me saying, cool, I'm going to kick the soccer ball around every day and watch it.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I might get a couple of people like, oh, that's funny, you're terrible at this. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
And then I'll run around and kick it.
Give me 10,000 hours.
Yeah. There's no future. Even if I do 10,000 hours and I do become the best, kicker of the ball around.
Yeah, kicker of the ball around.
I'm 36.
We weren't big athletes in high school.
I'm 36 years old. I'm a bit out of, I'm not going to have Kaiser Chiefs phoning me up and be like, come on over.
Recommended.
Yeah, so it's not a viable option. And that's the same thing with Twitch. Like, you can't just say, cool, I'm going to play Counter-Strike now until I'm 40 and then become an adult.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be like, no.
Yeah.
You got to have, this thing's got to be your job. You got to be like, I am an influencer who happens to play Counter-Strike. Yeah. But I do all these other things.
Can you imagine that job interview? You go there and they're like, oh, so your CV's a little light on pages. What have you been doing for the last 7 years? You're like, oh, just trying to break into like CS professionally. And they're like, okay, but this is a job for like managing 4 people at a bakery.
It's like, well, in my scrims, I manage the guys.
But I manage my team. Like I click fucking heads, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said.
And also, it's like, oh yeah, my son, plays Counter-Strike. And, I'm not going to give him this job.
Yeah, my son, yeah.
And it's something that it's actually like made me worry at night.
Really?
No, dude, like I worry about like the community, like where these guys are like, cool, I'm going full time, I'm going to do this. I'm like, but now you go full time.
Yeah.
Hate to say it, 95% of the people who go full time aren't going to be able to sustain it for more than 2 years.
Yeah.
You go back to the job market after 2 years, and you're like, hey, I'd like a job. And they're like, okay, what do you do? And it's like, I played Counter-Strike. Yeah. And before that, I was a student.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, have you got any work experience? Yeah. No. It's like, but, I've got this like 21-year-old who's got the same degree as you, who's been working the last 6 months.
Yeah. He worked
like, I'm going to take him.
Bobby's tech.com.
So like, it's like,
you see, so if you, like people don't talk about it, the risk involved in like spending 5-6 years pursuing it could work, and I've seen it work. I've seen guys break through that wall and actually start to make some deals on the local scene as well. A few guys recently have
tiny percentage,
but it's fucking like 2% out of all the guys streaming locally. The other guys, they end up just fizzling out. They're like, well, I can't find. I'm living in my parents' basement or whatever the case is. I need to start like getting out of here.
Yeah.
And Twitch has been sideways for 3-4 years. I haven't made much money, and I'm out.
3-4 years, dude. That's
a degree. That's a degree, bro.
And that's the thing. Like, if you're spending 8 hours doing something, like, imagine you spend 8 hours a day, 4 days a week
studying some skill, like, I don't know, plumbing.
Yeah, studying plumbing, studying gardening.
Dude, you move to Australia, you become a fucking millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. Where you study 8 hours playing video games every day, the best you can be is good at the game and good enough to join an esports team and then maybe make a career out of it. But
once again, 3%.
And again, the guys who aren't streaming and are just practicing are going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Because they're putting all of their focus into just playing.
Yeah.
And again, you've got nothing to fall back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's so interesting. But like it worries, as I say, it worries me. Like I'm getting softer in my old age.
I think and I really hope the guys that have gone full time, and there's a few of them that have gone full time. And listen, some of them are doing really, really well. But 1 month is never the same as the next month. 1 month can be poo, the next month can be good. And like Neil says, there's a longer term burnout effect that's happening. So you're grinding, especially now that it's your primary income.
Yeah.
And it's not sustainable for longer than maybe a year, max 2, before
unless you're seeing great growth.
Well, maybe you're growing. Maybe you're growing.
And I think you
got to. But if you're not, like, it can cripple you psychologically.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
And I think if you are going to do it, and there are guys who are doing it, and there are young guys, and they haven't
take a risk.
Yeah, but they haven't had work experience.
Yeah.
So they don't know how real life works. So facts of real life are everything gets more expensive.
Sure, dude.
You pay for more and more stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And you always want to be earning more money because everyone around you starts earning more money.
Yeah.
So, you can have these big, like liberal dreams of being like everyone's gonna like be the same, and I'm not conscious about money, and I'm not this and that.
Yeah.
Just being a streamer means you have to have a high-end PC, you have to have high-end setup, you have to have decent internet, you have to live in a place that has solid power delivery.
Yeah, imagine you don't have a backup.
These are first world things, and you are working towards a a socialism style lifestyle. It's difficult. The other thing is you have to treat it like a job. So if you say, I'm going to do this 4 days a week, 8 hours a day, do it. Like, you don't have to be streaming for 4 days a week, 8 hours a day, but like do the work. Like, get your name out there, follow up on sponsorship deals, create content, learn new skills that will help you when it doesn't work out. Like, whatever it may be, treat it as a business and keep track of how it's doing as a business. If you see for 6 months you're going sideways, you can be like, cool, let's try and change things up. Let's try and do this. If you see it going down, you better change things up or give yourself another 6 months. Yeah. And eventually you got to say, like, look, like, I think there's a lot of people out there hoping it's like a lottery system where they're going to get that one thing that breaks them out and they're going to be awesome. And they see all the people that this happens to and they're like, oh, that can be me as well. I want to do that. And it's like, no, that guy won the lottery. You didn't win the lottery. Yeah. It's a false equivalent.
In today's world, especially, I mean, there's a lot going on now that wasn't happening a decade ago, 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
Like, things aren't fantastic. So to have a skill like I like what we're sitting here saying you should be a plumber.
I would be a plumber.
Dude, you make so much money in Australia. Seriously,
you make a ton of money here, dude.
Yeah. But like, just all for going for the dream, all for going for like I want to go full time. Give it a year, give it 2 years, whatever. But make sure that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, that you've got like another skill that you can fall back on. Maybe it's something you're studying in the background. When you're not streaming, you're studying to do X, Y, or Z. And that if it ever goes tits up, you're like, it's cool. I've got this other very good skill that I can fall back on. Don't be the guy that's like, I'm living in my mom's attic. I'm going to fucking stream until I make it 4 or 5 years later. And you're on 40 viewers.
And also like, I can see, hopefully we do get a lot of comments here because I want to hear what people say. And I know a lot of those comments will be like, oh, but I learned video editing and graphic design and this and that. I'm like, sweet, you totally do. But like, you are in competition with a million other people who are working full time as video editors and graphic designers. I'm not saying you can't do it. There are some great dudes. That Kazu Pengu, the guy who's got the little animated duck.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like, that guy's got some real skills. You can see he's definitely got some graphic design skills. He's got some tech skills. He's got some video editing skills. he's got some skills he can definitely fall back on. But as long as he keeps maintaining those skills, then he can almost use his streams as a show reel or a showcase.
Yeah.
Saying, look at all this cool stuff I did. Look at this cool tech that I've done. Keep that in mind. So when you're editing your stuff, don't just edit it and slap it on YouTube and be like, oh, this is my VOD, and I did a zoom in cut and I did this and I did that. Like, put some real effort into it. Make it look bespoke. So that you can use it in a show reel or something like that.
Like that Kaiser Pinky guy. That guy we have to reach out to that guy. By the way. He's a hidden gem. Yeah. But I think we answered the main question. Where I think we segued heavily. But like the main question is like the guys thinking, oh, should we just now go stream on Twitch, to YouTube instead of Twitch?
The answer to that is no.
It's a
if
hard.
If you have a community, if you have no community, jump on wherever you feel.
But at the same time, you should already be building up a YouTube channel with long form or short form content to act as a backup in case either Twitch flop. Amazon might shut it down in 2-3 years. That's a realistic thing. Or you just decide you want to try your luck.
Outrage.
Dude,
outrage.
You've always got to. You can't have your eggs in one basket. That's all I'm saying, guys. And I'm all for the dream. And it's a lot harder than you think. The competition is rife, and you've really got to have something special to.
You need to stand out from the crowd
to go the distance. And we wish a lot of guys that we speak to are on a regular basis are trying to go full time. So we wish you guys the best of luck. But that answers the question about Twitch or YouTube. I think it does, and I think in full time or part time as well.
Yeah, and also don't depend on subscriptions and bits and whatever Twitch monetary functions to earn your money. Twitch has way too much control. I think the one thing that's come out of this is like Twitch tomorrow they can either shut down, then your income is gone.
Take affiliates down percentage wise.
Yeah, they can take affiliates down. They can change the rules. They can change what you can and can't do. So they are in complete control of your life, and you have no say. You're not even an employee. You're just some person.
You're like a
cog in the
machine. On a fucking Excel spreadsheet. And I've always lived my life like this. Neil to some extent as well. You've got to be the captain of your own ship. You cannot rely on someone else because overnight it could disappear. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to have something else that you can captain, that you truly are in control of. And Twitch is not one of those things.
Yeah.
It really is.
Use it as a jumping off point. Yeah. Use it as a sweet way to make a bit of cash. And there are guys earning some good money.
Local guys.
But I think it's quite short term. It's not something you're going to be living 10 years, putting in a retirement annuity. Twitch is never going to send you a gold watch. So you got to keep that in mind.
And also, the tax man is going to find these people eventually.
Tax man.
Because I can promise you 99% of guys that make money on Twitch don't pay tax. And when they find you, when you apply for a home loan, they're going to be like, oh, let's see your tax clearance certificate for the last 6 years. And then you are going to be fucked. Yeah. Sad and then fucked. Yeah.
Sad.
In that order.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
I think we covered all the bases.
Solve all the problems on Twitch.
Like we always do.
Yeah. But, guys, first of all, like and subscribe. Yeah. We're trying to build, like we speak about the grind. It is a grind.
Let us know what you think of the new setup. If you want, we can set it back up to the old setup.
Let us know if you prefer the couch or the... Or was it like us across from each other on the desk? Let us know if you like this or you prefer the previous setup. You guys are in control. You guys are the puppet masters. You pull the strings. We just do this.
Hi guys, how's it going? My name's Kirby. Right.
But with that said, I think we're checking out.
Yeah. Cheers.
You slow drinker, you.
Another good beers war.
Like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.
Bye everybody. Bye bye.